imitating.
Hello, it's me, Richard Herring. How you doing? Welcome to my show, my serious news review. No, it was me doing a voice. It's not really, look, it looks like me, doesn't it? Did you think it was me for a second? It's a Lewis Chessman that has been made to look like me by the fantastic sculptor Richard Ison. Catch up on his work at richardisonsculptor.co.uk. Missed out on the richardisonsculptor.com, obviously. He's a genius. He's made this, it's a Rahulla stuff thing, but probably because when he started making it, Ali and Herring's Twitch of Fun never existed. Welcome to episode 6. I would also like to thank Andy Bobbin, who provided us with those opening titles. I hope you enjoyed those. They were kind of fun, right? They can hear me, right? Everyone can hear me. I've got the microphone was on mute for a second, I think, but I'm always confused. Good, I think. Looks like people are listening. Yeah, welcome to episode 6. I'm a little bit tired today. It's a little bit hot up here, but not too hot. Not as hot as it was yesterday with Rahulla Stupper. Stop saying that, you people over there. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to doing a serious news review. Just check that there's nothing else I had to say beforehand. Hopefully without any interruptions this week. I'm just trying to show, whilst we're all in lockdown, just trying to show the BBC and our other broadcasters how good I am at serious broadcasting. I'm drinking from a cup saying writer, which again, that's one of my talents. I always find it's good to have that written on your, just what your job is on your cup, so people know that gives people confidence in you. There's a thunder and lightning storm going on right at the moment, so that could be exciting. The electricity could go down. That would be exciting. I mean, it would be terrible. So the rain may come in through the windows. The windows are open to give me a little bit of coolness running through the thing. As I just want to be able to do. Hopefully this week it will be the 6th week. We won't get interrupted by anyone. Seems like it's going well so far. I think Ali might be happy in his box with Whory Horse. I think they've struck up quite a relationship. Hello, it's me, Richard. No, look, we're not doing ventriloquism, King Richard. Oh, come on, it's on. No. This isn't a thing where I do silly voices. That is just me doing the voice of that one. So don't get confused. I should say, what things can I tell you before we get going? Hey, if you want to buy a copy of my book, How Not to Grow Up, about the year I turned 40, with a cock drawn in it by me and signed by me like that, then go to gofasterstrike.com. There's a few more copies we've put on sale. It had sold out, but I found a few more, so they're strictly limited. Gofasterstrike.com. It's a great place to go to buy videos, etc. Very soon we will be starting a Kickstarter campaign for stone clearing, which might not be everyone's bag, but if you want to become a member of the Stone Clearers Guild, and you could get your own witch's finger or witch's dick. There's one. Is it a finger? Is it a dick? It comes in a beautiful presentation box. There's some scout badges. There's a 16-page guide to stone clearing and membership cards and T-shirts, all sorts of wonderful stuff. So do look out for that. If you check out Twitter and richardherring.com, it should go live Monday at the latest. It used to, on Kickstarter, you used to just put it up and it would go, but now they need to approve it or something. I think it's because of Chris Evans, not that one. He's a strange man and they have to be careful. Oh, look at me with my shirt all open. Sorry, again, be raising some temperature. So, anyway, the first news story I wanted to look at this week is the A-levels scandal. It's on the front page of the Daily Mail. You dunces, exam grades in chaos, teachers in despair, appeals set for meltdown. This guy I wasn't really aware of, Gavin Williamson. There he is. He's saying it's not. They've put down 40% of the grades recommended by teachers. You'd think teachers would know best what grades they should give to their kids. Well, you know, they may cheat, but if they did cheat, then maybe go in and change the grades if it's suspicious. But they seem to have made a rather full-on error. But he says, Gavin, there's a danger that pupils will be over-promoted into jobs beyond their competence if they're given A-level grades ahead of what they should really have. You know, I also think, Gavin, there's a danger that people who go to public schools and pay money are going to get grades better than they should have done as well, and they're going to trick people into getting jobs, maybe as Secretary of State for Education. So that's my satirical take on that. I was thinking, I mean, it's, you know, it's a serious, it's kind of wryly amusing rather than going for big laughs. But just to let the I wouldn't be partisan if it was doing on TV, but I'd be like Andrew Mard, make the occasional wry remark like that. Private schools haven't suffered. In fact, they've got better A's as a result of this not doing exams. I think they should just give up with the exams altogether, don't you? And just, they should sell the A's and A stars to the highest bidder. Who gives the most money, they get an A star. That's sort of what happens now. Let's just cut out the pretense. And all the rich people can give the money. They can put that money. I don't think they should put it back into education. That's not fair, because the rich people are already paid for the education, and then they're paying for the exams as well. My genuine suggestion, Tim, we're doing a serious news programme, is that if you every £10,000 you spend on a private education, that should be 1% less you get in all your exams. So throughout your whole life. So you've got to work out the sweet spot, how much it's worth. You know, you might lose 5-10% over your school years. Is that going to be worth it? Is that going to make the difference? Just to make it fair, because it doesn't seem fair, does it? It's almost like this should make people realise how unfair the education system is, and that there shouldn't be a system where we should be rewarding the cleverest people, the people who are best at being educated at exams, and not even just exams, but who are the cleverest and the best at what they do, and they should get to university and they should get the best jobs. We might even have a good government if we did that. I mean, it's controversial. Like, get off your rubbish, what's up? Get off, this is rubbish, this is boring. Shut up, Ali. I'm trying to do I'm doing some serious satire like Rory Bremner's or Armando Iannucci would do. So shut up. Let me out the docks, I want to get out the docks. No, he said, like, I've let you in the last 5 times and I don't want you. Let me in the show, it's rubbish without me. It isn't, it's good without you. People are really interested. There's 206 people watching. People are just, the chat room is just people saying how great it is. It's thought-provoking stuff. Jay Peach says, it's rubbish, Jay Peach is a stooge. He isn't. He's a good bloke, or woman. They're a good person. It doesn't matter these days what you are. All right, look, I'll get you out of the box. I'll just get them. Let me out of the box. Oh, let me out of the box. All right, hold on. Come on. I know you're coming up here. There we go. All right. Oh, here he is. It's Ali, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look, he's got a little friend with him. Oh, it's sure falling off. It's Whory Horse. Yeah, she's on the end of my fingers. Shall we put you this side? Is that where you usually go? I feel more comfortable with you on this side. Thank you, Richard. That's very nice. I think usually I'm on the other side. Maybe you are. Shall we put you on the other side? Yeah, it feels weird. Let's try it on that side. Yeah, that feels more natural, doesn't it? Yeah. That does feel better, Richard. That feels a lot better to me. I hope you're very well. I am very well, yeah, it's lovely to see you. How are you doing? I'm alright. I've been stuck in the docks with the Whory Horse for the last 6 days, so fairly happy about that. I just had my finger at her rectum. Oh, and someone had to do that ventriloquist joke, didn't they? Yeah, you got my hand up my bum. I mean, it is in their case. I can't do it with you because I don't put my hand up your bum. There's your bum. Don't touch my bum. It's like a big block of wood. It is the block of wood, Richard, literally. So good to see you. I hope you did. You catch the opening titles? No, Richard. I was in a box being collated by a finger puppet. By what? A finger puppet. You're in a box being filleted by a finger puppet. I was. That is correct. That is exactly what was happening to me. So I did not see the opening titles. They're very good. Andy Bobbins has put them together. I think we paid him. Oh, there's a bit of a noise coming from there. Let's turn that off. I think this is news from Chris Evans. Let's go live to Chris Evans. The Kickstarter has just been approved, so we can make it live any time. We could do it live in the Twitch stream if you've got to get this in time. Let me just reply to Chris Evans. Yes. And so hopefully that will go live. I don't know what the address is. Hopefully Chris Evans will be back in touch to tell me. So the Kickstarter campaign, we're trying to raise £20,000, money which we'll put largely to making the rewards and any spare, the VAT, Kickstarter, people get some money, and any spare we will put towards making more content like that wonderful opening titles. It was very interesting, Richard, I hear from reading the comments. People loved it. Well, that's very exciting. So yeah, so hopefully we can launch that live. You can go and have a look at it during the stream. You can start donating, and there's some amazing stuff there. The higher you go, the nicer it gets. The Rich's Finger or Witch's Dick is quite a high level, but the sooner you donate, the membership cards are going to be numbered, certainly the printed up ones. So the sooner you donate and the higher you donate, the lower number you'll get. So that's something to think about as you sit in your chairs. Shall we get back to talking about me? Yeah, I just want to say I've had some accusations on Twitter that this is not an improvised show. People saying they know there's a team of 10 writers in the room next door, and that is not true. Okay, it's this. I know it seems unbelievable that this could just be made up on the hoof. It doesn't. It's so slick, and the jokes are so sharp that surely they didn't have heard the thought. No, don't say that, because then people will think there's a conspiracy theory. It just seems so unlikely that you could have made this up without planning anything. Well, I've written down. So I'll tell you exactly what happens. Right? Tell us. Can you tell us what happens? I'm going to tell you. Just tell us now what happens. Don't do this. It's still the same joke, even if you don't say what's the problem. Is there a problem? There isn't a problem. It's still the same joke. If you go tell us what it is, it's the same thing, and we don't need. No one likes the same phrase, Richard, do they? No one does. No one likes the same phrase. So, there's some thunder. Hope that's being picked up. It's very exciting. Could get hit by lightning at any time. I rip out some stuff from the paper. I have a little thing, but I want to make it very clear. I don't talk to Ali at all during the week. It's true. The only time I see him is when I get him out of the box. We don't do any preparation. I don't tell Ali what's coming up. He never tells me what's coming up. It's always a surprise to me. We haven't rehearsed, have we? No. I'd be quite worried if we had rehearsed, would you? Yeah, I would be more worried, Richard, if you and I had spent a couple of hours before the show working out what we were going to say together. Really? That would worry. Why would that worry? Well, can you not see why that would worry me, Richard? I can't really. Why would that? I mean, most shows would pretend they're improvised and pretend they don't have teams of writers. Shut up back there! You've done your job, now shut up. Pretend they don't have teams of writers, but they do. Like Mock the Week, they all have teams of writers. All the jokes are written. We don't prepare. But why would it worry if we did prepare? Well, if you and I were sitting down and there was no camera on and no one watching, I would be a little bit worried, Richard. I would be slightly worried about what is going on there. That's all I'm saying. Well, I don't see why. It would be worrying about your mental state, Richard, if you were talking to me when no one else was around. Well, I don't do that. So, that's fine then. That is good. I'm very glad to hear it. So what's been going on with you and Whory Horse? Whory Horse is a good friend of mine. She's she provides a service. I'm an old man and married, and sometimes I had needs that can't be met by my wife. So it's nice to have the Whory Horse to come and collate you on a docks. There he is. There's the. I mean, she seems so lovely and innocent. That's what I like about her, Richard. That's not nice. A bit Prince Andrew. Don't say that. That's not fair. That's not unproven accusations. Yeah, you should be the one saying the offensive stuff. Otherwise, I'll get sued. Are you all right, Whory? Nay, I'm fine, Richard. I love my work. I'm a sex worker and unproud, and there's nothing to be ashamed about. It's a perfectly acceptable profession. Well, the Whory Horse does seem to like it. Yeah, the money's good too. I love the money. Okay, that's fair enough. Well, there we go. It's distasteful to me that it has to be a horse. Look, Richard, in the puppet world, those distinctions that you have in your human and animal world are different. Okay, it would be wrong if you had sex with a horse. If I did, yeah, if you had sex with a horse, well, I wouldn't have sex. Have you had sex with an animal, Richard? Well, I mean, that's a big question to broach live on Twitch. I mean, I'm not sure. It might contravene Twitch regulations were I to talk about it, if I had. Well, I mean, it wouldn't contravene Twitch regulations if you hadn't. If you said, no, I've never had sex with an animal of any kind, then we could move on. Yeah, well, no, I haven't. Well, it seems weird that you were contravening regulations, Richard. That's all I'm saying. And I'm linking at it as I'm saying it. I'm linking it. I'm cheeking me. Yeah, okay. Don't do. At least we've got the got that out of the way. So look, this is all improvised, okay? And I know it seems impossible that wonderful exchange there. That's good, wasn't it, about animal sex? It was so good the way that you thought that the way you implied you had had sex with Anna Richard. I know, but that was just. I was just making up as I went along. You're amazing. You're an incredible guy. Okay, well, I'm glad that you and Whory Horse have got on well. We may meet some of the other crazy characters later, but I do want to do the news review as much as is possible. I should talk about this. I should be at the Edinburgh Fringe right now. I should be, I think, just doing my last couple of shows at the Edinburgh Fringe. I was going to do the first week and a half or so, doing RHLSTP. And you've been to the Edinburgh Fringe, yes? I've been to the Edinburgh Fringe, Richard. What are your memories of the Edinburgh Fringe? Well, I was back there in '87, Richard, when it meant something, when there wasn't just a million acts there trying to get on TV, when people were doing things for the love of the craft. And did many people come and see your show? Well, you should remember, Richard, you were in the show, yeah. Do you remember what we did? Yes, it was a hilarious routine, Richard, in which you were a ventriloquist. I played your ventriloquist dummy. It was typecasting for me, I'm afraid. And what happened was, every time you came to talk, you would cleverly cover up your mouth with the lid of the docks. The lid of the docks. The lid of the docks. You cover that up. You would put a dag on your head. I'd do what? You'd put a dag on your head. I'd do what? You'd put a dag on your head. Oh, a bag on my head. Yeah, I would do that so that I could talk. And then it would appear you were talking. It was very, very funny. People loved it. I think they named it Rodney. Maybe we'll track down a photo of that and put it up online somewhere. I'm sure there is on richardherring.com already. I'm sure that photo is there somewhere. Oh, it was lovely. Also, I remember that Fringe is a lot of the time I was in a docks. Yeah, of course, as usual. And one night, I was taken out the docks to find you lying on the floor. Well, where you slept, didn't you? Yeah, we all slept on the floor of a Masonic temple. Sort of downstairs from the main temple, but in the building. Okay. And yeah, I kept you right by my bed because I didn't want you'd lose you, get you stolen. No, you were very good. And so I took you home back to the Masonic temple every night. Yeah, you did. And I remember waking up at the docks. Somebody was holding on to me. I believe it was. Don't say his name because he's actually taken out a restraining order. Oh, he's taken out a restraining order. I said last week that he's taken out a restraining order. I can't mention him in the context of that event. So right, yeah. So hold on, I just noticed the Kickstarters. This is very exciting. This is live twitching. If you go to rhlstp.co.uk/Kickstarter, have a look now. You can find out what's on the Kickstarter campaign. You could be the first person to. Oh, that's wrong, Chris Evans. That's gone to Top Trumps, you bloody idiot. Oh, we'll make it nice link tomorrow. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to... Hold on, Ali, just sit down there. This is very unprofessional, Richard. I know, but look, I'm excited about this thing. It's going to change the link tomorrow, but I'll put the link up right now so that on my Twitter, which is Herring1967, I'll put just give me. I'll just take a sec. It doesn't, it doesn't matter. It's all because it's thunder behind us to make this exciting. And you can go and have a look. First people to respond will be very lucky. Oh, it's already on £382. That's incredible. How's that happened? How did you find it, you guys? So there we go. That's amazing. Is that right? Yeah, £382. Blimey. It's literally just gone live. That's very exciting, Richard. Let's see where it is by the end of the show. Yeah, good. So, yeah, we were in a Masonic temple, and, yeah, he said we can't... It's a legal thing. We can't mention the name of the person, okay? And I've had to go back through absolutely every other time I mention this and bleep out the name. It's like Prince Andrew all over again. Was it Prince Andrew? It wasn't Prince Andrew. I know it was... It was... No, you mustn't say. Already? Yeah, you mustn't say because... There, he can sue us. He'll get possession of you. He'll get possession of me after what he did last time. Exactly. So imagine what he'll do with you if he gets to own you. That would be terrible, Richard. Please don't make me go to him. Please don't make me go. Look, I've suffered at his hands as well. Whoever this person is, no one. We just can't say who it is. Please don't put it in the the chat room that will equally, or put it on Twitter, it will equally get us into trouble. Will be he's become a monster. He's changed in this. He is a monster, isn't he? He is a monster. He's a monster. Anyway, and then there is he used me to wank you off. Yeah, that's right. So that was the Edinburgh Fringe 1987. It was a wonderful time. It was a wonderful time. It was a better time. It was, I miss it. I miss going up. You might, maybe we'll go up next year. Do you think it'll be back next year, Richard? I don't think it will be back next year. I'm worried it might never be back. It might never come back, might it, Richard? It might go away forever. Yeah, it might do. So anyway, yeah, it's sad that we're here instead. But if the Edinburgh Fringe had happened, if the virus hadn't happened, who knows? Maybe you and I would not have been reunited, and we're stronger, aren't we? Even though we've got this weird bond. Well, we've got the bond. You said bond very well. I think you're now a little bit. No, I don't think so. It's not like with the king thing. I'm not. This is you. I know it's only talking, Richard. That sometimes you seem to try and move your mouth along with what I'm saying. I think you're so in awe of me. You sometimes do it to me. That's me controlling your voice, Richard. Sometimes in I now news. Whatever. But yeah, it's I think this year it's been tragic. It's been awful. I think we're heading to some dark places. Yeah, you certainly are. But some good things will come out of it as well. There'll be positive things. And my friendship with you, your friendship with a Tati Nashe dummies from the 19th century. Yeah, that friendship. It's a very real friendship. Yeah. Well, on your one way friendship, Richard. What you saying? You see me as a friend. I see you as an inconvenience who must be replaced eventually. That's not very nice. I'm cheeky, Richard. I'm cheeky. Oh, that's a nice new bit in there. Thank you. So it's weird, the A-level thing as well. I the other night, yes, tell me more, Richard. It's very interesting. This already. Well, the other night I keep having a recurring dream. Oh, yes, about doing my A-levels. Okay, and the night before the A-level results, I think it was, or the night before that, I dreamt on Monday I was doing my French A-level. Oh, really, Richard? Yeah. And and every time I have this dream, it happens all the time. It's not always French. I didn't do French A-level. It's always me now. And, I'm doing a career in comedy, and then someone's going, you have to go back and do your A-levels. Oh, yeah. How very interesting and unique this dream must do. Don't need to be sarcastic. I'm just telling you. Okay. And, I have this dream that I'm going to have to go in and do an A-level. Sometimes I'm sitting a paper and I don't know any of the stuff anymore because it's, 40 years ago. It's a long time ago, Richard. Only in your pathetic human life then. Into me, 40 years of a blink of the eye. A what? A blink of the eye. A what? A wink of the eye. Oh, it's a wink of the eye, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. £711 are up to. That's incredible, Richard. I know, it's amazing. There's some amazing rewards on this Stone Clearing podcast. There will be a snooker one. And you know what's happening on the snooker one? What's happening? Should I tell you what's happening? Yeah, tell me what's happening. I'm not going to. No, tell me what's happening, Richard. Please tell me. You're going to feature in the snooker one. I am. Yeah. There's going to be an Ali t-shirt saying, I'm winking at it. I'm winking at it. Yeah, you will be. And there's a t-shirt of that. I mean, it's not officially a snooker piece of merchandise, but you are in the snooker podcast. So you're going to get away with it. So people can get hold of that. That's incredible, Richard. And then if that goes well, we might do one for all the crazy characters who might be able to send out people their own Marmite lid for like 50 quid or something. It's very clever what you've done. I know I'm a genius. I'm a businessman genius. That's all I'm saying. So so it's weird that why do you think I keep having that dream? Oh, it's anxiety, Richard, and you're just anxious about that your exams are so important to you. So yeah, sometimes it's my finals, but those were genuinely kind of terrifying because I hadn't done enough work. But with my A-levels, I'd worked very hard. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter though, does it? I mean, it doesn't make much difference. It's important in terms of making that next progression in life. In the long term, it's not much of a problem, but no job is going to go, what A-levels did you get? You never get asked again. But that's not, this is a very weird situation. It's a weird situation the kids are in, Richard, I agree. And it doesn't help with people like Jeremy Clarkson are saying, don't worry, I'm a CUU. Yeah, nearly, isn't he? He's nearly that. Yeah, everyone did that joke. CUUNT, I say. Yeah, no, we didn't need it explained. Okay. And he still lives in the Cotswolds. What a fucking cunt. Yeah, it's a horrible situation to be in, Richard, and I don't really feel comfortable discussing it because I feel very sorry for the kids who... I mean, a lot of them will be watching now. I'm very popular with 18-year-olds. Are you, Richard? Yeah, I'm very, you know, my comedy's very... Just if you're in the chat room, you're 18, just shout out now. Just give us a little shout out if you've just done your A-levels. I mean, you haven't done them, have you? Yeah, there's loads of people. It's just... one person has done it. So, you know, I've got a lot of teenage fans, and I just like to give my sympathies. I think it's an awful thing to go through, but everything will be okay in the end. It's not important in the long run, but it's a horrible thing to happen. But it's weird that I keep, you know, that dream keeps recurring. Do you dream? Ali, do I dream? Do I dream, Richard? Yeah, when you're in your box and you're asleep. I never sleep. Exactly, Richard. I've always got one eye open. That's the thing with me. That could be a new catchphrase. I've always got one eye open. And then I'll think, hey, that's what I'll do. I've always got one eye open. I always sleep with one eye open. Is that what you just workshopping the catchphrase? Yeah, I always sleep with one eye open. Put it on a t-shirt, Richard. Put it on Kickstarter. Well, I might do eventually. We'll see if it catches on. That I do sort of daydream, Richard. I'm not able to form mental images in my mind. Very like me. Yes, that's right. Like you, I've got aphantasia. I can't see things. You're trying to imagine something I can't. But most of my dreams are about 19th century drugs of some kind. Oh, is that because of the newspaper? Yes, my head's made out of newspaper, and so sometimes I dream what is on the newspaper. Somehow I can see it, even though my eyes are outside my head. I can still look inside my head and see my dreams. I can see the terrible, terrible things written in my brain, and they are my memories, and my only thoughts and my only dreams. Wow, that's weird. They make me want to kill again, Richard. To kill again, yeah. How's your great granddad doing? He's still alive? No, I mean, but you know, he don't. What, you saying you killed him? I am saying nothing, Richard. That would incriminate myself. How's your granddad? Is he okay? Well, no, he died back in the 1990s. Yeah, very interesting, Richard. How very interesting that he is dead. Everyone who has ever worked with me has died, Richard, and yet here I still am. It's interesting, isn't it? Well, it's a bit scary with a thunderstorm going on. Let's move on. We'll go to one of the features. Oh yeah, got the features. Yeah, we're trying to make this as professional as possible. It's going very well. I like the first opening titles. Amazing. Since then, it's gone downhill a little bit. Well, you know, you can argue that, but I could not possibly argue that. £833 we're up to. Let's just see if it's gone up. If I refresh it. It's just taking a while to refresh. 977. That's incredible. You're nearly £1,000. I know. Well, people love this stuff and they appreciate what we're doing for free. We're doing this for free, yeah. And they're going to take Whory Horse. Oh no! Please give some money to the Kickstarter. We won't be giving any of the money from the Kickstarter to Whory Horse for sexual services to Ali. He'll have to find his own money for that. But it will go to make more entertainment. That is the beauty of this thing. What was I trying to do? I was trying to look at something. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, so yeah, we're going to do one of our features. We've got little features, yeah, and eventually we'll put together little jingles and music for this. But for the moment, I'm just going to sing it myself. So I'll just put you down for a second while I do this. Okay. Can't we do the newspaper review? No, we can't. We're not doing the newspaper review all the way through. We're going to try different things. If you don't turn up, I'll do a serious news review. Oh, it seems unfair. But if you do turn up, then I'll bring in some of the other crazy characters. Now, this crazy character, the weather has slightly affected his face. We've had some problems with our crazy characters, but here's a prototype of what the jingle might be. So just imagine there's all cartoons and stuff going off. He's the top from a jar of yeast extract. No, hold on, let's start again. He's the top from a jar of yeast extract who always loves to kid. He says what we're all thinking, but the woke crowd will forbid. He's on a yearly contract for 100,000 quid. You'll love him, you can't hate him. It's Marmite Lid. And then that'll be he's not had a good day today. He's not looking great. Here he is. How you doing, Marmite Lid? Hello, Richard. It's me, Marmite Lid. I'm sorry, my face looks a bit weird. It's so hot and sweating. Are you sweating, Marmite? I am sweating Marmite, Richard. And hold on, I think that's. Oh, that's a bit better. I feel a bit better now. I'm the right way around. That Hello everyone, it's me, Untitled. What's this about 100,000 quid? Yeah, do you bought me her £100,000 to Annan from the bloke who discovered I forget his name. I've forgotten his name as well, funnily enough. So yeah, I had to. That's right. I had to do the rights to do this. He was just so. The son was so convinced that this was the funniest thing ever, and the guy seemed so happy. He said all his friends found it funny. I thought that's just what I need for the show. Is an hilarious Marmite lid that got a funny face on it. What? It has. I admit it hasn't gone well, has it, Richard? In recent weeks, well, you haven't been as funny as I hoped, but I've invested a lot of money in you, and I have a lot of belief in you, and I want to see, give us your take on the news this week. Oh, Richard, thank you. Well, I was very disappointed to see in the papers the economic situation that has occurred as a result of the coronavirus. Obviously, the 750,000 worldwide deaths. They're bad enough, aren't they? That 20% they knocked off the economy. We're in recession already, and combined with that, the UK has the highest number of COVID cases in the Europe, and the cliff edge of Brexit on the way. I'm concerned really about the future. That's my take on the news. That it's good. I mean, sorry for dropping you. Oh, that's made things worse. There you go. It's good, but what we're trying to do here really is, there's a serious element to the show, but your job is to come in light relief and provide us with some comedy. And I mean, that probably wasn't the news story to. There's a lot of sad news, Richard. It's all sad news. Yeah, but if you could find, what I did, I found the A-levels thing, and I found, a way of, even though it's serious, you find your way to. I didn't notice anything particularly funny in that bit, Richard. Well, I mean, that's hurts coming from you. Okay. Well, look, should I try again next week? Well, yeah, I have to have you back because I've written that jingle. He's the top from a jar of yeast extract who always loves to kid. He says what we're all thinking that the woke crowd will forbid. He's on a yearly contract for 100,000 quid. You love him, you can't hate him. That's a play on the you either love it or you hate it. Yeah, that's not. I don't believe that's true. No, I just quite like Marmite. You don't particularly like Marmite. I don't particularly like it. But if you had it smeared all over you in the vague shape of a face, you'd be upset too. That was Marmite lid there, and just want to wipe my fingers a little bit before I touch my antique doll. There will definitely get Marmite over my wonderful heirloom eventually, but let's try and stave that off as long as possible. It's Ali, he's back to talk about the papers. Well, thank you, Richard. What an exciting... how long have we been going on for? Fucking hell. It's going on such a long time. My mum, my mum watches this. Oh, does she? Hello, Dardra, how are you doing? And I don't know if my dad does. Hello, Keith, if you're watching. Nice to see you again. I knew him as a little boy, Richard. Yeah, I know. He isn't dead, is he? Not yet, Richard. That he will do. He will be dead soon. Well, just statistically, he's an old man. He's very well at the moment. Yeah, doesn't naturally do well when Ali's around. I can get a little shock in the dark. Please stop talking about killing my family. It's not like they've created you. Well, they're all cunts. Well, that's not a nice thing to say. My mum's watching. Barbara Herring. I like Dada. She said she thought she likes your bits. Yes, of course, she likes the bits with me in it. She thinks they're very good and that there could be something to this. Does she? She thinks that, yeah. That's what my mum thinks. She thinks the rest of the stuff's a bit rubbish. Oh, does she? Yeah, she doesn't really like the rest of it. And she thought it took too long to get to you. Yeah. So I listened to my mum. That's nice, Richard. I listened to my mum and I put you in almost straight away this week. Yeah, that was very good of you. That was very nice. It's nice when a little young lad listens to his mum. I might spare you after all, Richard. You might do what? I might spare you. Oh, you might spare me. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's have a look at the next news story. We've done A-levels. What I want to talk about Priti Patel. Printed this up out of the Guardian, I think. She's seeking advice on confirming the legality of poppers. Oh, what are poppers, Rich? Well, I'm glad my mum's watching. Poppers are sort of like an amyl nitrate style drug. Do you take drugs? I am high on the drug of being made of papier-mâché, Richard. Okay. Is that a good drug? Yes, it is. I'm just basically made of glue, Richard. I'm glue. and I'll knock my fucking nut the whole time. It's fantastic. Well, poppers are a... What do you want to say, poppers? I don't really want to say it. Do you know what poppers are? I don't know what they are. Say poppers. Hoppers. Pardon? Hoppers. No, poppers. Poppers. That wasn't too bad. The kind of thing a Baptist would use. Are they? Did Baptists use them? Yeah, Baptists use them. Okay. Poppers, it's a sort of thing. It's generally, I've not had them. I believe, again, that bloke who's taken... I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name in this context. I better not, just in case. But that same bloke that we're not allowed to say, I think he tried them in his youth. I remember him having them around. But they're actually Prince Andrew. Yes, Prince Andrew. Yeah, it was Prince Andrew. I think gay men use them, really. Yeah, I don't know. I think you put a party popper in some. If you put it in your bum and pull it, yeah, I think that's what happens. I think that's what they're about. Okay, so it's a party popper. Yeah, I think you did it quite well there. Thank you. And you, yeah, and you explode it up your rectum. You do. That's what you do. And that's supposed to be fun, is it? Well, everyone gets off on different things. You like being filleted by a tiny horse finger puppet. Some people would find that disgusting. I didn't say I found it disgusting. I thought it was just weird. Okay. But some people like to do that for a sexual thing. And Priti Patel has had to decide whether that's legal. She has decided it's legal. But that's not what interests me. What interests me about Priti Patel is that I would leave my wife and family for 1 hour of lovemaking with Priti Patel. That is terrible, Richard. I don't like her. I abhor her politics. I abhor her as a human being. She's like the Borg Queen. Are you aware of that reference? Yes, Richard. I love Star Trek. I've seen all the films. She's got this malevolent, like evil look. This sort of smirks all the time. I mean, she's an attractive woman and she's powerful. And I would love to make sweet love with her. Sweet love, yeah. Not even like I would forget about all the politics. It would be a beautiful, tender experience. If you're watching Priti Patel, I know you're a big fan of Twitch, and probably have some kind of thing that whenever your name is mentioned, the screen will pop up and show whatever it is. I'm very... Look at her. She's a beautiful woman. She's about my age, I believe. She's older than she looks. Beautiful, evil, and just that smirk. Just something about the smirk. So if you're watching Priti, do get in touch. As I said, happy to... I know that conservative family values are all about keeping the family together, unless they're immigrants, of course, or migrants, or people fleeing wars that you've created, in which case try to keep them apart and let them die in channels and rivers and seas and stuff. And I believe that is the Tory policy. But for people who aren't trying to escape a war zone, I know you're very into family, but even so, you know, sometimes you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs, can you, Priti Patel? So that's what I'm into. I like the fact she had to talk about poppers. Do you, Richard? Yeah, I like it. I like the fact that Priti Patel had to talk about poppers in the House of Commons, and if I'd known that was coming up, I would have gone in the Strangers Gallery and had a good look. Would you be winking as you watch that? I'd be winking at it. Yeah, definitely. I'll be winking at it later. Oh no, you changed that into a disgusting catchphrase now. I literally meant winking. I know, but I turned it into meaning wanking. It was very clever. This is the kind of banter. Yeah. Repartee. Yeah. I mean, don't change banter to repartee, because that's as equally difficult for you to say. I know. It's the kind of crossfire, brilliant... Oh, fuck. It's the kind of witty conversation that makes people believe that this could not possibly be improvised, Richard. Yeah, I think it is that kind of... It's just we've got such a good understanding of each other. It's like, I know what you're going to say, you know what I'm going to say. We finish each other's sandwiches. Yeah, that's become a joke, hasn't it? Have you noticed that? Yes, I have noticed that as well, Richard. That's become like a... I've seen that in 4 or 5 different things where people do the we finish each other's sentences. It's in Frozen. It's a good example in Frozen. I'm sure I've seen it in a couple of sitcoms. We finish each other's sandwiches. It's become almost more prevalent than we finish each other's sentences. Yes, it has, Richard. Well sorted. Thank you. Well, you know, it's not just a news review. I can do observational... That's like Michael McIntyre, observational comedy. Let's do one more news story, then we'll go to the next feature. You got little features? Yeah, I'm doing it for my mum, Barbara Herring. She should be your manager. That's what my dad says. He says he should be my manager, but I don't think he'd be very good, because when I did a gig I think in Taunton about 15 years ago. Oh yeah, they came to see it, and hardly anyone came, and I still got paid. I got paid a reasonable fee. Oh yeah, and my dad said, he found out how much I was getting paid, and said, well, that can't have been covered by the ticket money, yeah. And he said I should give some of the money back to the venue. Oh, he's a very decent man. Yeah, but that's not... I don't want a decent man as my manager if they're going to start giving my money back. Yeah, well, you know, if you want to go back there again... Well, I don't want to go back there again because no one came to see me. So, you know, I'll just take the money and run. You're a horrible man in many ways. Yeah, I am. In many ways, I am. I did go back anyway. The news, Donald Trump has unusual hair. Yes, he does. A lot of people have made light of that. But he's calling on the US to ease their shower rules because of his hair. He's got hair complaints. I mean, I'm not sure he washes that hair on his head. And he could wash it in a washing machine, I would think. But under a 1992 law, shower heads in the United States, tell me more, Richard, it's very interesting, are actually closing my mouth for that, even though it's covered. That's how good I am. Are not allowed to produce more than 2.5 gallons of water per minute. The Trump administration, really getting to the heart of what's important just at the moment, wants to this limit to apply to each nozzle rather than the overall fixture. So consumer and conservation groups argue it's wasteful and unnecessary. The changes were proposed by the Department of Energy on Wednesday following complaints by Mr. Trump at the White House last month. This is what he said. Tell me what he said, Richard. Are they interested? Just you reading out the paper. Is this entertainment? I think it is. So shower heads. You take a shower, the water doesn't come out. You want to wash your hands, the water doesn't come out. So what do? You just stand there longer, or you take a shower longer. Because my hair, I don't know about you, but it has to be perfect. Perfect, he said. I mean, there's a lot to unwrap there. We're not going to unwrap it, but I was wondering, both you and I have a fine head of hair. Yes, we do. Do you have any issues with this, with your... Is your hair is that your actual hair? Yes, Richard, it's completely natural, my hair. It's what I was born with. And even though 128, it hasn't really fallen out. It hasn't gone very grey. It's noticed like you're an old man and your hair's pretty good. Yeah, it's sticking together pretty good. I don't think, you need a strong shower to wash it. I mean, you could just have a bath and dunk your head on. That's what I tend to do. Do you? But, that's one way of doing it, isn't it? Dunk your head under the water. It's good, though, that President Trump's worried about that. It could face court battles if it continues, if it advances. Well, I think this is going very well this week. I think taking your mum's advice on how to do comedy has certainly worked. Okay, well, I'm glad you think that. Because now it's time for another... Isn't it better to get all the little fucking shitty characters out of the way at the beginning, so then it's all just me and you, rather than keep on interrupting you with little jingles? Well, not according to my mum. And I listen to my mum because I'm a good boy. You are a good boy. I like that about you. It makes up to the Taunton thing. So let me just, yeah, that's cool. Just you go there for a second. Here's this again. There would be like a little cartoon, and someone would have written the music. Bzz, he may be dead, but he's got his ovipositor on the pulse. That's a part of a wasp. His cadaver is desiccated, but his raging veins convulse. If you know what that refers to, congratulations. What I've got ripped off there. He knows the latest blockbuster and the top of the posp. Buzz, buzz, what's the buzz with Brian Wasp? So here he comes. It's Brian Wasp. Although, slightly bad news about Brian Wasp. I thought I'd put him in the morph box over there. Morph's here, by the way. Just somehow the camera shifted a bit over. And he's doing all right. But he's not. He wasn't in there today, which I think hopefully means he came back to life and flew away and found his way out of a window, and he's living somewhere out in the wild. And I've had a good look around. I thought I can probably pull the wool over people's eyes, just find another wasp, and pretend that's Brian Wasp. It's like when Petra, the Blue Peter dog, came in. They just replaced it because it died straight away, so they put another one in and no one knew for ages. I think that's right. So I thought I'd replace it with another wasp, but I couldn't find another wasp, so I found Gwendolyn Fly instead. There was a fly. There she is. So what's the buzz with Gwendolyn Fly this week? Bzzz, I'm the lady fly. So what this was going to be was, and I don't know if Gwendolyn Fly is really up for it, is a look at the cultural highlights and what's the buzz. I thought it was quite clever because of the a wasp buzzes as long as it's not dead. And it would have chosen some stuff. But Gwendolyn Fly, have you seen anything? Well, I've been a fly on the wall this week. Ah, that's good. We should call it fly. If you do it, if it's you from now on, Gwendolyn, yes, then we should call this Fly on the Wall with Gwendolyn Fly. Gwendolyn Fly on the Wall. We'll workshop that. I think that could work. Okay. This week I was a fly on the wall, Richard, whilst you watched the documentary Boys State. Of what state? Boys State. Yeah, it was good. Yes, I give it 2 antennae up. Good. Well, there we go. That's what's the buzz with Fly on the Wall with Gwendolyn Fly. Let's get back to Ali. So that's another. See, that's just it'd be a little thing, and then there'd be a little outro, and in we go. Richard, this is shit. Just stick with what works. It's just you and me chatting about the news. Sometimes that turns into chatting about something else, and then that's where it goes. Well, but people would be upset if like Donkey wasn't in the whole show. I hate that donkey, Richard. I hate that donkey. Well, let's see if Donkey turns up later. I'm not promising anything. What else have we got? Oh, Prince Andrew's is in the news. I like to mention Prince Andrew in the news if I can. There's only a couple more news stories to go, actually. It wasn't a great day for the problem with Thursday. What's the problem with Thursday? I find the problem with Thursday. Tell me what's the problem. Let's not do. We've done it 3 times in this episode. I know. I want to know what the problem is. The problem with what is it with Thursdays is the news isn't good on Thursdays. What do you mean it's not good on Thursday? It was better on Friday. We did Friday last week and it was amazing, wasn't it? I don't think it was. I got caught on the Dartford crossing. I'm very annoyed because we paid for it as we went over and just something went wrong. And then I paid the fine and then I had to pay it twice because it said it'd been. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Richard. Just let it go. It doesn't matter. Let it go. Don't use the Dartford crossing. Prince Andrew has been caught molesting a horse. It's like me, isn't it? Everything goes around in circles, doesn't it? It does. He's clearly there in a park just touching that horse. I don't know if the horse has given its consent. He's brought another horse along, so it's a menage a trois with horses and Prince Andrew, and then a woman there as well, because he sometimes just needs a woman there just when he's caressing the horse, touching it. He's a disgusting man. And right in the open there, look at him out in the open, look at his face. He's got his hands down there holding on to something. He disgusts me. He's an author now, Richard, but he'll have his comeuppance. Funnily enough, I've been writing for Spitting Image this week. Oh, yeah. I've just submitted a sketch. It's about Prince Andrew, because Prince Andrew, I think we talked about it last week, did we? He used to get out his Spitting Image puppet and oh yes, he did. I think we talked about it last week. I can't remember. We have so much time rehearsing and then taking stuff out. Sometimes I forget if the thing is in the rehearsal or in the real thing. Shush. I just thought it would be funny if everything he did, he had the puppet with him. Yeah, it's good. Well, it just feels like that's, that felt like a news story where it's a band about a puppet man being molested. We definitely did it last week. Man being molested with a puppet. It's Prince Andrew. It's just all my interests of comedy coming together into one. So I thought I should have a crack at writing the script. But it's sort of interesting to go back. It's 30 years ago. I was writing for the, not the original, but the latter series of Spitting Image, and now I'm back there again. It's all you. I have to say, there's a lot of personal detail coming into this news review that isn't strictly speaking about the news, and you may think you're interesting, but people have not tuned in to see your biography, Richard. They're here to see me cracking wise about the fucking news and taking the piss out of all the pedos and all the molesters, all the horse molesters. I mean, you can't talk. I only molest puppet horse, and it's not molesting if they'd agreed. I would consent. I have sex with puppets. The puppet rules are different. I think you're right. The puppet rules are different. I think that's true. Okay, well, let's. The last story I wanted to talk about before we'll get on to Donkey. We're going to end with Donkey. That's fucking insane. We're going to end with Donkey because there's a story in the papers about Ricky Wilson. But this is a story. Ricky Wilson was on. He's from the Kaiser Chiefs. He was on Stop saying that. And He was a little bit worse for wear. We didn't put it out because it wasn't very pleasant. But he told a story that is now in the Sun's biz section, which was one of the things I thought, well, this is one of the reasons we can't put this out, because this story is, he comes out of it so badly. But I don't know where they got this story from, whether he's told it again or whether a secret copy of my podcast is battering around somewhere. But should I tell you the story? Oh, is it just going to be you reading out the title, or is there any fucking point in me doing it today? You got all these other stupid characters in here that nobody likes. I'm sitting here like a lemon. I get put down half the time. You don't even have the Wasp. You don't even have the Wasp. Where's the Wasp? Where's the what? The Wasp. Oh, the Wasp. Yeah, the Wasp. Well, he's, we'll find him, or something similar. I quite like Gwendolyn Fly. I think we might have lucked out. I think Brian Wasp was, was a bit antagonising to a lot of viewers because they were scared of his sting and stuff. But Fly, it's just disease of the fly, isn't it? Oh, I don't like. There's a lot of dead creatures up here, Richard. Again, I'm not saying I'm responsible. Anyway, this is one of the stories he told on the podcast. So I'll read this out to you because I thought it just made him come across like an idiot. He said, once some kids got hold of my number and were ringing me all the time. Okay, yeah. They were singing songs down the phone, and I didn't want to change my number. Ricky, who spent 2 years as a coach on The Voice UK, and one day doing rehearsal, then was too bad to put out, without wreaking revenge on any more grating contestants, continued. They'd ring me at night. Once they rang me at a party. That was the final straw. They hadn't withheld their number, so I stored it in my phone, waited a couple of weeks. It was actually a landline. Then I rang the phone, and a person who I assume was his mum answered. I said, I can't reveal my name, but I'd like to say I have it on very strong authority. Your son is into drugs, and I think you should probably search his bedroom. And I said, thank you, and put the phone down. I don't know what happened there, but she probably searched his room, probably found porn, embarrassed him, and that's the sort of petty grievances I hold. I mean, I thought that was just an awful story of an old man bullying a child, which, he didn't come out well of that story, so I wasn't going to put that out. But there you go, it's in the Sun now, so it's public record. That's the kind of guy he was. And that was one of the better stories he told, I have to say. So look, Ali, I hope you've enjoyed the show today. I haven't really enjoyed it, Richard. I just felt it was a little bit ditty. It was a little bit what? It was a little bit ditty. It was a little bit ditty. Ditty. Like in dits. Like taught small pieces. Just stop saying things with B's and P's and I'll be able to understand you better. It was a ditty. It was a bit bitty, okay. And I don't think I got the chance to shine, really. I think you did. I think you're underestimating yourself. Often in these, you don't realise how funny it's been till you watch it back, I think. Well, I don't watch it back. I'm in a fucking box all week. Well, I watch them back, and that's rare for me. And I hate doing them. I think they're awful, yes? But then when I watch them back, I find them quite amusing. Well, let's see if that's true of this one. We will see. But I just want to end. I've been working... Okay, what? Can I do something with Donkey? I'm not really happy with you ending with one of the other characters. Well, this is because my mum said don't start with the characters, or don't end with the characters. You end with me. I'm the main one. Well, I just want to do something with Donkey to end with. Let's just pretend it's so. I'll put you back in the box. Look, I'll give... look, the Kickstarter is up to... Let's see where we're at with the Kickstarter. It's over £1,000. It's that's extraordinary. It's been going for like as long as this podcast has been going. It's on £1,468. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. We've got to get 20,000 in 2 weeks as well. It's a shorter time this time, or none of that counts. But that's what an incredible start. It is incredible. I'll take 30 quid out of that, give it to Whory Horse, yeah, and you just go down in there. You can and so can Whory Horse. Okay, you sold me. Good day, everyone. Thanks for coming along and watching. I'm going to get back in the box now. Okay, we'll get back in the box. Here we go. Oh, there's Whory Horse. I mean, I hope his wife's in that box, so I hope she's not upset by what's going on. Held pretty solid, 236 people in. Thank you for watching. I've just been working up on, again, this is something we're going to do a bit more professionally, but I'm using this very much as a workshop. I don't know if you've noticed, for ideas, just the ways of getting this together. You're going to watch this in a year's time, and believe me, this is going to be going for the next 20 or 30 years, weekly. And it's like when you see The Simpsons, the very first series, it kind of looks unbelievable. And there was stuff from the Tracy Ullman show. The whole tone of it is different, and the pictures are all wrong. That's how you're going to feel in a month's time. In a year's time, you can look back at this and go, I can't believe when they started out, Donkey was literally just a finger puppet. It'll be like a man in a papier-mâché suit. It'll be like Andy Serkis and with those balls all over him, and then it'll be projected onto the screen in a year's time, Donkey. But for the moment, there's Donkey. Here, and then so much pain, Richard. Why won't you let me die? Because I don't want to let you die. I think you're a good addition to this. I love you, Donkey, and I think you're a good addition to this podcast. I just want to sing the song. We've done a little version of it before. I want to I'm just going to workshop it in front of you, and then we're going to go home. We'll have done an hour, more or less. And we've got a little, it's like a telethon, isn't it, going on at the same time, people putting in money. I hope you're enjoying the rewards on that Kickstarter. We've worked very hard on making them good. The scout badges are going to be great. The membership cards are going to be great. And you can just give a little bit of money if you want. I know some of the levels are quite high, expensive, but there are cheaper ones, and you can just kick in a couple of quid if you've been enjoying this lockdown season of madness. There is another one coming up about snooker, so strictly speaking, you're not allowed to give to both. I'm not sure we will enforce that though. Okay, this is the this morning I watched Keith Harris and Orville, because this is what I'm ripping off here. We're gonna, by the time this is finished, it will be unrecognisable. But don't let Bobby Crush know what I'm doing, because he wrote the original song, I Wish I Could Fly. But I'm going to change it just enough so that we can't get sued. I saw them on Top of the Pops just to see what the song was, how they did it. And what's weird is that Orville is a pretty good singer, and Keith Harris is a very bad singer. That I found weird, and I know my ventriloquist dummy talks on his own. I didn't realise anyone else's did, and I wonder if all ventriloquist dummies actually are not only alive, maybe controlling the person they're with eventually, but that's weird, isn't it? How could Keith Harris not sing? He was all... And Orville was very strong on, I wish I could fly. I don't have to close my mouth for that. I wish I could fly right up to the sky, but I can't. Okay, that's that song. Here's our very different version with Donkey. Oh, please let me die. I just want to die. Why won't you let me do? Why won't you let me do with night? Oh, your voice changed. Yes. Why won't you let me do with nighty? I just want to be dead. Okay, let's see how the song goes. I wish I could hear that I haven't got ears, so I can't. You can. I can't. Then how you understand what I'm saying? I'm lip reading. I really wish I could keep the flies out my eyes, that I can't. You can. I really can't. I haven't got ears or a tail or hands. They're feasting on my eye juice. I wish I could take kiddies for a ride on the sand, but with a child on my back I just couldn't stand. Even if they knew I was a donkey in the first place, which is pretty unlikely if you look at my face. I look like a monkey or a creature from space. It's what's inside that matters. Inside I'm in constant pain. Hee-haw! But donkey, yes, now that we're back as one, there's nothing that can't be done. You don't have to have these fears. I'm telling you, donkey, and donkey, yes, hee-haw, who is your very best friend. Probably one of the other finger puppets. Oh, no offence, I've just got more in common with them. That's fine. I hadn't seen you for 45 years. I've been in a tin. They'd all disappeared in the meantime, but they're still my friends. Well, look, I'm gonna help you mend your broken ears. Really? How? I'll come up with something. I'd love to know the plan, Nate. I'm all ears. I'm being sarcastic there. That's basically it. And then if you want to hear... if you really want it, it's good, wasn't it? It was all right. Good tune. I'll change it a bit. This is an alternative second verse. I wish the billionaires would give the poor a fair share, that they won't. They might. They won't. They might. I wish the Arabs and Jews would walk in each other's shoes, but they can't. They can. They can't, Richard. You're not being realistic. Haven't you seen The Cobbler? And that's about it. Oh no, hold on. That's more. I wish all my friends hadn't been thrown in a din, or I'd been thrown away too, 'cause my life's full of sin. I wish that someone would release me from this life of loneliness pain. Just flush me down the toilet so I'll drown in the drains, or burn me in a fire, or just crush me in a machine of some kind. But donkey, yes, who is your very best friend? Oh, sorry, who is your very best friend? Not you. I'm gonna help you bend your tatty top. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We're working on it. It's just every week I'll work on. That was not improvised. I worked very hard. I did research. I'm going to get my friend Mike Cosgrave to write that up as a different song. No one will know what I've done. And I'm going to put it on top of the pops. And I'm going to become a millionaire. Me and Donkey. And then there'll be Andy Serkis being Donkey and those little balls on his green suit. And there's going to be cartoons. The Fly's going to be like played by Jeff Goldblum. It's going to be amazing. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. We are back every Thursday with this. Monday nights we are doing classic Me 1 versus Me 2 snooker at the moment. The next couple of Tuesdays I'm doing things on other people's channels. Wednesday I am doing Rahulastapa next week with Sindhu V. Should be a lot of fun. Coming up, Maria Konnikova, the journalist, psychologist, and poker player. And that one will be in the afternoon on a Wednesday in a couple of weeks. And Thursdays, Ali and Herring's Twitch of Fun. Do check out the Kickstarter campaign. I'll tweet about it. There'll be an easy link in there by the time you're listening to this as a podcast. It'd be lovely if we could hit 20,000, but all the money we raise, if we go over that, will go back into making this dream, this Andy Serkis dream come true. We'll put it into making realistic podcasts and giving you nice content and seeing what we can do with Twitch and other podcasts. We've done an hour. I think we've done an hour and a minute. I think that's enough. I love you all. Take care out there, my fine friends. Hang around for the beautiful outro. Thanks you to Mr. Bobbins, Andy Bobbin, sorry, for this wonderful